Alright, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rikakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word in all true faith and sincerity. And yeah, today, pretty much want to get into a lesson about the elites and pretty much how um you're gonna fall into that pit, man, that you have dug. Yeah, I mean, and we know all the Joe Six Packs that's here in America gonna die. You know that they just two-time losers, man. But the Lord set up a beautiful judgment for the elites of Esau, man. You know they're not gonna get the nuclear missiles. You know, because there are fates worse than death, man. There are fates worse than death. It's different levels of deaths, you know, and it's things that are worse than death. You know, matter of fact, let me see if I can get some real quick. Revelations. See if I can find it real quick. This is Revelation chapter 9. And verse 6, it said, in those days, and this is talking about World War I, but it can apply today because when these E's catch hell, man, you know, the first thing they look forward to is death, man. That's like that get out of jail card, you know, taking the easy way out. You know what I mean? So this is Revelation 9:6 is that, and in those days shall men seek death and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. Yeah, cause when we get these elites, man, they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. You know, because a lot of Jake, even when we was on the cargo slave ships, you know, a lot of us, you know, jumped off the ship. You know what I mean? Drowned, you know, and everything like that. Even though it was still, we still had to come over here and serve. You know, come back in the reincarnation, still serve hardcore bandits. But these devils is not gonna die in those missiles, man. They're gonna escape those missiles. You know why? So they can be the first fruits of slavery. The Lord is going to preserve them. And the scripture says death is better than a better life. Well, these devils is going to have a better life in the kingdom, man. Matter of fact, since I said it, let me get that scripture. Let me just get that scripture because, like I said, the Joe Six Pack is they two-time losers, man. You know they're gonna be picking cotton till their fingers fall off. But uh it's certain tasks that we're gonna have these at least doing. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hell. All Edomites gonna catch it. No, all other nations gonna catch it, but those Amalekites, man, because that's the top tribe of Edom, man, and those are the ones that's really ruling. You know, like a dog, you throw a piece of food to a bunch of hungry dogs, and whoever get it first, you think that dog is gonna share with the other one? No. And that's why you have today these other tribes of Esau hate the so-called Jew, man. You know? So this is Ecclesiastes 30, and I started verse 16. It says, there is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. See, all that's gonna be taken away from the devil. Actually, it's being taken away now. You read Wisdom Simon II try to tell you that we are he are grievous unto us to behold, because you know the downfall of your kingdom is here, man. You know, by the way of the prophets. You know, it says death is better than a bitter life or continuous sickness. See, and that's what's coming to these devils, man, as a whole. But you at least are gonna get the first taste of it, man. You're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, you know, because everything that you have poured into this new world order, and you doing it through wickedness, guess what's gonna return upon you, man? you know, and you're going to seek death in those days, but it's not going to come, you know. After those 1,000 years of hardcore bondage, then you're going to be done away with. But before then, you're going to have to catch pure D hell. You know what I mean? So, let's get this in Jeremiah 49, and I start at I start at verse 10. It says, "But I have made Esau barren; I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." Oh, what's the reason why Esau is hiding himself? Because that is Cain, man. You know, we have we have lifted the skirt of this devil, man. He's not Swedish, he's not German, he's not Russian, he's not an American. He is an Edomite, so-called white man. The nation, the so-called white people are Edomites, man. You know, and that has been pushed throughout the planet Earth, man. The Lord have uncovered the covering cast because since you want to bring out anti-Semitic. Now we got it. Now, since you said that, now the table of the nations have to be brought up. You know, all the nations on the planet Earth. Okay, since he anti, who else is it come from the line of Shem? You know, you got Moab, you got Elam. You know, and you also Esau. You know, you are a Hebrew Edomite. You know, and that's why these devils are. They put all this time and money into covering this up, not knowing that it's like a balloon. You fill it up with too much water, it's gonna bust pretty soon. All these lies that you have spread out the planet Earth, out of wild, you can't keep up with it. The truth got to come out sooner or later, man. You know. So it says his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be done away with, and we're gonna have your land, man. There's not gonna even be no reason for you to have your land. You know. It says, "Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me." See, so you're gonna be preserved. You're gonna be preserved for that for first fruits of slavery. You know, you're not gonna be able to um well, you're not gonna the Lord is gonna allow for you to escape those missiles, man. You know, you got your deep underground military bunkers. You know what I mean? And you got your what it is, the space stations, man. Well, the Lord set that up, gave you that so you can escape that, man. Because that's gonna be the way to escape those missiles. Number one, you on the shores of America, you're not gonna make it, man. Unless the Lord pluck you up by the way of the chariots. You know, and in a real, the true elites don't want to even step foot in this shithole called America, man. They send out puppets, or, you know what I mean. They might do a FaceTime, if that, but they won't step foot on this place, man. You know. But this is Amos 9:2. It says, "Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down." And yeah, because that's the reason for the deep underground military bunker, which is the acronym is DOM. Yeah, I mean the acronym is DOM because you think, you think that you put all this money into it. You got this reinforced steel. You know what I mean? These different type of metals that you use to shelter yourself, not knowing the Lord is doing it to preserve you, man. You got work to do once the smoke clear, man. You once you go into the space station, guess what? You're gonna be brought down, man. Cause guess what? You have work to do. See, these Joe Sixpacks, like I said earlier, they two-time losers, man. And that's why we look at these devils, these proud Edomites, like they ain't nothing, man, because they're not. You know, they, yeah, I mean, they proud to be an American, But this is your kingdom, but you living paycheck to paycheck. You doing worse than Jake, you know? And that why such as the KKK, hey, they hate these Amalekites, man. They hate them, you know. Why? Because they understand that they supposed to be getting a piece of the pie as well, you know. So this is Psalms chapter 7, and I started verse 11. It says, "The Most High judge of the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day." See, the Lord is angry with the wicked, the Edomites. You know, starting off with the elite bankers, man, because these other devils, yeah, I mean, they really just extras in the movie. Scripture says that let the people perish that was born in vain. You know, so they just extras. They had to, when a car explosion happens on the freeway in a movie, like if in a movie, yeah, I mean, you have a big chase scene, bus got to explode. Well, guess what? Somebody got to be in that bus. Yeah, I mean, to be that casualty. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's these other. That's just the side. That's just the extras, man, in the movie, the background. Yeah, I mean, Lord, he's angry with the wicked because these these bankers is the one that's okaying these laws and legislations, man. The earth is giving it to the hands of the wicked, so you have the okay to say what's right and what's wrong. Yeah, I mean, it says if he turn not, he will wet his sword. See, he he have bent his bow and made it ready. Yeah. See, the Lord is getting, Lord, well, I'm gonna do something on this too, on this verse 12, because the Lord is wetting his sword. When going to that word wet means to sharpen, make it ready pretty much, get it prepared. Because that's why you have all this news from some, yeah, this new missile came out, and well, this missile can reach over here in 30 minutes. Well, that's the Lord wetting his sword, man. He have bent his bow, made it ready, yeah, because it's it's plenty of these different hidden military bases. Yeah, I mean underground military and all that. Because it's because it's dummy spies too, to where they, because on these devils, they devils, man. They understand how powerful these weapons are, so they have these different plans where they shoot a missile. Let's make sure we hit their silos before they even get them shot off. Well, the Lord is making all these different missiles ready, man. You know, the Lord is preparing. Matter of fact, he said he had also prepared for him the instruments of death, the ways to destroy those nuclear missiles. He ordained of his arrows against the persecutors. Oh man, see, yeah, I gotta do something on this, because the Lord, he said he ordained his arrows. That's why he told it was an angel that had he ordained an angel that had power over the fire, man. Which are those missiles, man. And who is for? To slay the third part of men. It says, behold, he traveleth with iniquity and have conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. Yeah, and that's what these devils have done, man. That's the only thing they can do is bring forth mischief, and speak lies, you know, iniquity. That what they were designed to do that. It says he made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made. See, because you think in order KO, thinking that once you create all hell on the planet Earth and bring forth this chip, which that's pretty much, that's really the height of wickedness, is when that chip is being mandated, thinking that you're gonna fulfill your new world order, but not knowing that the Lord is gonna shoot missiles over here in America and other parts of the world. Yeah, I mean, the Lord outside is gonna return. Yeah, I mean, so you're gonna fall into that ditch because you tempted the Lord, man. You thinking that you're gonna, you know, come through with the plan, not knowing that you finna fall into a ditch what you made. The scripture tells you that a snare is made in the way for him. So guess what? These steps that you taking to fulfill this new world order is gonna trap you, man. You know, it was bait. The Lord made it into bait, because guess what? You thinking, matter of fact, let me see if I can get some real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. See? So the Lord have snared you, because you already beat our ass for over, good over 500 years. You have done all this. You have you have passed all these different laws and legislations, and nothing happened, man. And it said it's fully set to them to do evil. So that when those sins return to heaven is when you have done pretty much every possible wicked thing that is to do. The mark of the beast is here, which is a microchip, and, ultimately you want these devils going to mandate it, man. So that was their snare and that trap, because ain't nothing happened to you yet. But that was the Lord putting you in a trap, man. That snare. That's why I said the snare is laid in the way, because each day that passed by, you getting closer and closer to falling into that pit, man. You know, it says his mistle shall return upon his own head. See, because you're gonna have to eat everything that you have sown. It says you gotta reap what you sow with. You're gonna have to eat all that, man. That's why the Lord is not gonna do away with these bankers, man. He's gonna let them escape the nuclear missiles. Why? Because they're gonna be the first fruits of slavery. They're gonna have to suffer the consequences. It says, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. And that's the point right here, his pate. Because when you go into that word pate, pretty much mean the top of the crown of the head, the very top of the head, where your head, where your hair, where it starts the spiral at, the center of your head, pretty much the top. So the top is gonna get it. The very top, which are the elite bankers, man, the Edomites, the Amalekites, you know, because like I said, these other devils, they just two-time losers, man. They just two-time losers. But these elite bankers, they're gonna have to catch it, man. This is this is Genesis chapter 4 and 24. It says, if Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly, matter of fact, I'm gonna start at 23. It says, and Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. And if Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And yeah, this is a son of Cain. Yeah, I mean, and he have he made pretty much, there was a he was boasting on how he killed a man, man. Cain just tried to hide it, but Lamech, he put it out there, man. So he's getting judged 70 and sevenfold, and that's for these Amalekites, man. Cause in the kingdom, the regular old tribes of Edom is gonna be kicking Amalek ass as well, man. They're gonna be pricked. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you put us in this situation. But it was, you know what I mean? He had to get judged 77-fold, man. That's why you're gonna be the first fruits of slavery, which I'm about to get this. Ezekiel 39. And I started I started verse 12. It says, in 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying them, that they may cleanse the land. And this after World War III, man. And the house of Israel is not going to be doing nothing. The other nations is going to be doing it, man. But it's going to be um uh commanded by Israel. Israel is going to command the other nations to bury these dead bodies that it may cleanse the land, because this is one of the reasons why the earth is going to get back to its strength, man. Is by these dead bodies, man. You know, they said, yeah, and that's the mist of return upon your own head, because you do the crime, you gotta do the time. You have signed off on these different things to make, put plastic water in plastic bottles, and this pollution and all that. Well, guess what? You're gonna have to pay for it. So guess what? You're gonna have to help the earth. You want to help the earth out by burying these bodies, man. It said, yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them, and it shall be to them a renowned day that I shall be glorified, said the Lord. Yeah, this is the see at this that day when the Lord um glorify His name by the way of destroying America with thermonuclear fire and in other parts of the earth, and fire from the chariots, and that great deliverance. That's that day the Lord is going to be glorified, man. You know, it says, and they shall sever out men of continual employment. See, passing through the land to bury with them passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. And yeah, that's going to be a complete number, because the scripture said the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. So a lot of people is going to die in that day. And you devils, you're gonna have to do a lot of burying. You're gonna be planting flags. One gonna be on digging graves, and you know what I mean. One gonna be burying the bodies, man. And it said a continual appointment, meaning ain't gonna be no breaks. You gonna have work to do, man. You gonna have, these guys that had a silver spoon in their mouth. Or these elites they don't even touch the ground. They always in a damn helicopter, man. They when they travel, when they go to place, guess where they go? They land on top of these different buildings, man. So these devils, they gonna have to work, man. It says, in the passage that pass through the land, when any see of a man's bones, then shall he set up a sign by it, till the burials have buried it in the valley of Hamongog. So yeah, you devils gonna have to work, and first thing you gonna do is bury dead body. Just like how today, see, Esau ain't shit, man. Excuse my language, but it might like, yeah, this gonna be a slow day today. Well, nah, it ain't gonna be no slow days in the kingdom, man. You guys are gonna work. You're gonna have to pay for everything that you have done. Like I said, it's gonna be faith worse than death, because ain't like you just gonna be doing that. You gonna catch hell, man. You're gonna catch hell, man. So yeah, man. I just hope they were edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, Shalom, to the elect, that she's word, our true favorite Saturday. DTA, abide, bye.